telling stories on mindset.
Once upon a time, Michael Cole had been a dedicated commentator for the WWE for many years. He had become a familiar voice to millions of fans and was well respected within the industry. However, as time went on, Cole began to feel burned out. He had been working long hours and traveling constantly, and he was starting to feel the strain. Despite his love for the job, he began to feel as though it was time for change. One day, Cole summoned the courage to go to Vince McMahon, the chairman of WWE, and tell him that he was quitting. McMahon was shocked and saddened to hear the news, but he respected Cole's decision and wished him all the best for the future. Cole was grateful for the opportunities that WWE had given him, but he felt that it was time for him to move on and pursue other opportunities. He left with a heavy heart, but with a sense of excitement for what the future might hold. The fans were sad to see Cole go, but they also understood that sometimes it's necessary to move on in order to grow. And although he would be missed, they knew that his legacy would live on through all of the memorable moments he had called over the years. Michael Cole had been a beloved commentator for the WWE for many years. He had become a familiar voice to millions of fans and was well respected within the industry. However, after quitting his job at the WWE, Cole found himself at a crossroads. He wasn't sure what he wanted to do next, but he knew that he needed a change of pace. One day, while out running errands, Cole stumbled upon a small ice cream store that was in need of a new employee. Despite never having worked in the food service industry before, Cole was drawn to the friendly atmosphere of the store and decided to apply for the job. To his surprise, he was hired on the spot and quickly got to work learning the ropes of the store. He was a natural at scooping ice cream and had a smile that could light up a room. The customers loved him and would often stop by just to chat with him. Cole found that he enjoyed the simple pleasures of life, like making people happy with a sweet treat. He was happy to have found a new purpose and was grateful for the opportunity to start a new chapter in his life. The fans who recognized him were always surprised to see him behind the counter, but they loved to hear about his new adventures and were happy to see him happy. And although he would be missed from the WWE, they knew that he was where he was meant to be. One day, a familiar face walked into the store. It was Hornswoggle, a former WWE wrestler and a longtime friend of Cole's. Hornswoggle was in a mischievous mood and began to play pranks on Cole, who was trying to remain professional and maintain a calm demeanor. However, things quickly escalated and Hornswoggle's pranks became more and more outrageous. Finally, Cole had enough and a physical altercation broke out between the two old friends. Ice cream was thrown, cones were smashed, and the store was left in disarray. The incident made headlines and soon Cole found himself back in the WWE, but this time as the subject of ridicule. He was the butt of jokes and the target of derision. He was devastated and felt like a failure. However, with the support of his friends and fans, Cole was able to regain his confidence and return to the WWE as a commentator. He was able to put the incident behind him and move forward, knowing that he had learned an important lesson about the consequences of his actions. And although the incident with Hornswoggle would always be a part of his story, Cole was proud
to be back where he belonged, sharing his love and knowledge of the sport with the world.
But there was another reason why Michael went back to the WWE. Everything was going well for Michael until he discovered that he could eat as much ice cream as he wanted at work. He became addicted and started eating more and more every day. As time passed, Michael's eating habits became a major problem for the shop. They were losing money and couldn't keep up with the cost of the amount of ice cream that Michael was consuming. Despite several warnings and attempts to curb his behavior, Michael couldn't resist his love for ice cream. Eventually, the shop went bankrupt and was forced to close its doors. The owner of the shop, who was struggling to make ends meet, sued Michael for the damages caused by his excessive ice cream consumption. Michael was shocked and saddened by the lawsuit, but he knew deep down that he was responsible. He apologized to the owner and offered to pay back the damages. The court case was resolved and Michael learned a valuable lesson about moderation and responsibility. From then on, he never overindulged in ice cream again and worked hard to make amends for his past actions. And that's the story of Michael Cole.